Okay, YouTube, this is Acid Roots. I've got a 12 Stones review, which is their latest album, Beneath the Scars. So, thing about this album is it kind of crosses into Christian rock while also doing a little bit on the regular rock charts, and it actually was a pretty large album. Now, I don't know. I'm going to look and see how much it sold, but this is probably their biggest album with the exception of Anthem of the Underdog. Now, this did not chart very high. Out of the Billboard 200, which is graded for music albums, it hit 197, but I still think that they do have a pretty fair thing. With the main reason why I think that was is just because they took too much time off. That their previous album, they've only really dropped two full albums in the past 10 years, one of which was Anthem for the Underdog, and then that lasted into 2008, but they didn't come back until the summer of 2012. Now, they also dropped an EP, but that really only had one single off of it, so, after, it only takes like 2 or 3 months for a single to get worn out, at least hit its peak. It'll stick on the radio, but its peak is usually about 3 months or so. But so they have not been around. Something that 12 Stones has been up to is there was a tour in 2016 called Make America Rock Again, which was similar to Trump's Make America Great Again. But this was several bands like Alien Ant Farm, Trapped, and a couple other bands, or several other bands, went on tour, had a huge tour. They actually came to my city, but I just missed out on it. So they're getting ready to work on a project, and so thing about this album is it does have the hits. The largest song I think on this album is Psycho, which kind of reminded me of a Rob Zombie song almost. That's how heavy it was. This is definitely, it's good things to get excited about. It hit the actual rock chart in the United States, so this is a big one. Infected is the first song that you're going to hear, and this is one that is another heavy song, so I was actually pretty surprised at how rough they wind up getting, and vivid and metal. And Worlds Collide is kind of a alternative metal song, kind of something that you'd find, I'd say, Breaking Benjamin doing, or Seether, these type folks. And Bulletproof, that one's kind of like a blend, half alternative metal, half metal. So all the singles are great. I liked all four of them. It made me want to purchase this album. 3 of these songs chart on the Christian rock charts, and 2 of them chart on the regular rock charts, not the main rock, but the actual rock. So that's what you're getting. This does happen to be pretty, it hits pretty hard, and I appreciate that. And the fact that there were 4 singles, there's really not too much to complain about. The only thing is this, it did not get, it feels as if 2013 came and maybe they weren't there. So, but as it were, this is definitely solid music. There's other songs on here, such as, I'm gonna go to something real quick, but hang on. So, a couple other of these, like, I want to say I'm With You, happen to be alternative metal. So some of these kind of have the more alternative metal feel, and they sound just like I was saying with Breaking Benjamin. And okay, so another one that's like that is I'm With You. Worlds Collide and I'm With You kind of do it, but they don't really do as many post-grunge songs on here. The thing is there's more than the standard 12, but a lot of these are more acoustic and songs that you'd probably hear from a group like Daughtry or something like that. Those type similarities. I mean, I wound up liking 7 out of 14. If it would have been 7 out of 12, I would have been a little bit more excited, but there's just a lot of moments that kind of have a rather more tame appeal to them. So, but all right, I'm going to list the 7 songs that you need to hear. So these were some of the best moments. So they are Infected, Bulletproof, Worlds Collide, The One Thing, I'm With You, Psycho, and Someone Like You. So pretty much some of these, The One Thing and Someone Like You, are heavy songs once again. I feel like these are some more moments that sound almost like a Godsmack song or something of that caliber. And I definitely didn't have problems with this. But seeing as these 7 songs, I think unless you really like acoustic guitar, which there are several of those songs that do that, just be prepared for some of the moments. It's just a little bit more dicey than it needs to be. I feel like they could have taken off 2 of those songs and then it would have been more like a 4 out of 5 or an 8 out of 10 or something like that. But just spread themselves a little bit too thin. So, for the latest, the fact that 2012 was such a while ago, we do need something new by them. And they said that they're getting ready to do some stuff. So hopefully they'll start making noise this year because it'd be appreciated. So I'm going to give this album a 5.5 out of 10. Just a little bit better because, there's just too many of the softer songs, and for that length it just needed to be executed better. So the social score gets an 8, and that means how well it plays around your friends, because there are 4 charting singles, so you don't have to worry about that. And can this record be topped? I think the answer is it could by some, and definitely fuck with this album. You're gonna like it. Subscribe for more fun.